Hello and welcome to Magic. First off, I just want to say thank you for being here and trying it out. Since we're lacking on documentation right now as we roll out our launch, I wanted to give a little introductory video here to Magic just to help to orient you in the environment. So Magic at its core is a visual programming language for AI agents. We allow you to build and deploy and debug AI agents in a powerful and easy to use format. So if you're here, you're probably looking at a screen similar to this. It's possible that the application logs are also out. We can put those away by dragging them sideways, or Control L on Mac, or Alt L on Windows will close and open it. We can see over here we have our file drawer navigation menu, so we can also put this away if we want to. If it ever gets lost for any reason, you can go over here and pull it out, or again, Control B will open and close it. So let's go ahead quickly, and we're just going to create our first spell. A spell in Magic is a graph. It's the primary thing that we work with. And you'll find yourself in an environment like this. We have what we call the composer window over here, our property menu, a variable creation, a little test window, as well as a text editor for modifying text fields. We can see our spell is over here. We can rename and delete it and manage our spells. We have configuration and other screens here. And up here, we won't worry about this right now, but we have our draft and our live agent, which when we're ready to start to publish our agent to one of our connected platforms, we have an easy way to do so. So let's start by just dropping down one of our first nodes here. So there are quite a lot of nodes. It can be a little bit overwhelming. I'm going to give you, for now, there's a handful of nodes to start with. So we're going to drop down a Magic on message node. The Magic nodes are our generic nodes. They apply to all connected platforms. And we can see we have an on message node. So this node is what we call an event node. Event nodes start graph execution. Graphs always execute from left to right in order, and they are triggered off by event nodes. So in this case, this is an on message node. We can see here, if I send a message, it lights up green. Lets us know that we are receiving messages. So from here, let's drop down another very commonly used node. This is the generate text node. We'll connect the content here to the prompt input. And as we can see, our sockets here come with default values if we wanted to use them, or when we connect a socket, the default value goes away, meaning that the value is being provided to the node. Finally, we're going to connect here a send message. So send message is an action, which will send off a message for us. Oh, that's the Discord. We want the Magic send message right here. This will respond to a message coming in from any channel. And then we're going to hook up the language model's response to the content. You'll notice here, as we're getting into this, that we have two different kinds of connections between nodes. So this guy here is a node, and these lines are connections. So in this particular case, we have, this is what we call a flow connection, or flow socket. This controls the actual execution of the graph. And these ones here provide values. So flow is how we control which node runs next in our graph sequence. And then other ones can provide value in various capacities, or fulfill functions and other things. Well, I'll do another video going more in depth into many of the different nodes we have. So you can see we hooked up an on message node. We are sending it through our generate text node, and we're arriving at, we're sending off a message in response. The generate text node, we can see most of our options are here, but we do have options available, configuration properties that we can set on this particular node up here. You'll also notice as well, we can actually type in information from the text editor. Will wind up over in any of the fields if we need it to. I'm not going to use that right now. And so I can run a test of my graph to see how it behaves by saying hello. We see our graph run, and we see we have received a response from the language model. That covers a pretty wide variety of what you see here. There are some things to note that are important as well. This graph that you're seeing is actually connected to a real live running agent. So when that agent runs, when it's executing its graph and its functions, we're receiving a live stream of all of the work that's going on there. This is quite powerful for debugging and building agents in the actual environments and with the actual plugins that you would expect to have in production. It does mean, however, that if something happens to your agent and it goes offline, this status here will change from online to offline, and we will not see anything happening in our graph. It will be unresponsive because the agent is not live. You can see, for example, when I change something, the spell syncs itself, so the changes are getting loaded up into the agent over in the cloud, so that what's in the agent is reflective of the graph that we're editing right now. So a couple of other small things to point out. For example, down here we have a reset and a kill button. This is particularly helpful if you start experimenting with things like loops and you want to cut your agent and stop its execution rapidly. If it's racking up a bill or not functioning properly, you can reset or kill your agent down here. I don't want this to go on too long. However, we do also have knowledge here, so this allows us to upload knowledge into the agent and query it. I will be providing a couple of example template spells showing this in action, but we do allow you to search knowledge that's been uploaded and then run that through as part of your text generation. So this is a really, really basic knowledge answering agent that we've hooked up. And then finally, this will also be made available as a template. This is a implementation of what has been called Baby AGI. It's a small autonomous task executing agent which runs autonomously. So we can say solve world hunger, and we'll kick that off, and we can see it start to execute itself over here. You'll notice over here we also have our magic power, which I should touch on. Magic power is consumed as your agent executes and runs itself. When it runs out, your ability to utilize magic will cease. You can get a subscription to top up. We also provide a lower tier subscription, which allows you to input your own secrets into the environment. So I think that's it for now. There's obviously a lot to learn. I know that this can be overwhelming to hit a new tool. I will be starting to put out more content, more tutorials. I'll be discussing many of the different specialty nodes as well as advanced features like variables, working with different data structures like arrays. We support a wide range of data structures, but that'll all be coming down the pipeline soon. So thank you so much for coming and checking out Magick. If you have any questions, feel free to find us on Discord. I'll make sure there's a link somewhere in the UI to make it really easy to find our Discord. Or you can personally email me at michael@magickml.com. I will respond to any and all queries. Always happy to talk to users. Yeah, so please, happy building, and let us know feedback, features, bugs, anything. We'd love to hear from you.